We thank God that this is a confession we can make a great conversation out of. But at least her life is not changed, her destiny has not been messed up. But we need to make a conversation so that other people do not do these things to their blood. Na because you say ufi abua everyone namua ebika ana. Where the uncle are rindompe.
We are winning. You see, Miss Nancy, sometimes the person you would take a bullet for ends up being behind the gun. This is serious. This is a violation of trust. And you see, it ends up like leaving a lasting emotional scars. Then irrespective of the amount of forgiveness, it can never be forgotten.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It is something that you can forgive.
Absolutely.
But for you to forget, oh.
You see, she sold her own sister down the river. Her own sister. She became disloyal to her for her personal gain. And business, that gain can never
because she was obsessed with being a wonderful person too. Sometimes the parenting,
yes.
Sometimes the family,
yes.
They keep comparing.
Absolutely.
And no two children are the same.
The problem could also coming from that side. It could be coming from that side also.
Because she says she's always been called the black sheep.
Yes.
So maybe that is what made her do something terrible eventually. Yes. All right. So from you also.
All right, Miss Nancy, good evening.
Good evening.
It's always exciting when there's always someone you can trust. Oh, put this in my car. Oh, can you prepare this for me? Without thinking twice. And it's always beautiful, especially in a family setting, where you don't have to think so deeply about a situation before you put someone in. To have access to someone's phone, someone's email, to read what message they get and all that is a privilege.
Yes.
And I thought that you should have thought deeply about it. She said, do this on my behalf. And then you take it thinking that it wouldn't show. It's just a matter of time. And then as things stands now, she has been caught. So hopefully she gets a remedy on confessions.
That's a good one. Tonight, it is a story about sisters, so no wonder my producer that put together two women, Lydia Kwasin Ajay, and of course, she is a career coach, and it makes a lot of sense to have her here tonight, and the psychologist trainee, Mariam Darkon. Ladies, let's have you. Hey, Miss Pinky, you look lovely. Have a seat. Mariam, how many shades do you have? Are they lenses or they are statement pieces?
They are all medicated.
They are all medicated,
yes.
And you have how many of them?
About 8.
8 of them. This woman right here is a stylish one. She understands that her eyewear is part of her statement and she does great with it. Congratulations. I'm Ghana's only style coach. When I say that you're a stylish girl, believe it.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Lydia, it's good to have you back. It's been a minute. And I see the pop of color on your face. What might be being shy? Now you're three sisters, right? It's good to have you. Girls. Do you have sisters of your own?
Yes. I'm the first born of 4. So we are 5 sisters with 1 boy.
Wow,
Yeah.
6 of you.
Yes, 6.
And there are 4 more girls apart from you.
Yes, please.
And Mariam, do you have sisters?
I don't have any siblings at all.
You are alone?
Yes, I'm an only child. But I grew up, my grandmother took care of us, so we're like a few of us in the house.
Yeah.
So I didn't really feel
So even though
like
you don't have a blood sibling, you always had siblings.
Yes.
That's beautiful. God bless your grandma and your parents for allowing you to have that experience. So you do have siblings though?
Yes.
Yes, you do have siblings. Well, I have a brother and 2 other girls. I'll share my story. Everybody always thought I'll be fine. Everybody always thought I'll be fine. Like, if I go out and I'm not back, nobody gets into a panic mood. Nobody's looking for me. Oh, if you are Beba. Meba saying, like, pamper me small or so let me feel like, you know, I'm cared for or something. That was something that gave my parents and our family confidence that I'll be fine either way. And they were more concerned about my other siblings than I. And then I grew up and I became the most pampered, like, michumuya me de, ankasa miya na maya me hunse michumuya me de. Ankasa, back to sisterly rivalry. Have you ever experienced it practically in your life?
Yes. Personally, and then also observing others. For it is all about parenting. So being a firstborn, I know that I have to set good example for my
Other sisters to follow. So you had no breathing space to make a mistake?
Not at all. I make all the mistakes, correct them to show them the way.
Yes.
And that is part of me actually venturing into career coaching.
Okay.
To also guide other people from making mistakes and getting it right from the word go. So sometimes when I'm always first in class from childhood.
That is it.
I don't know.
Like, I need people to join me to deal with these people who are first in class.
It is not our doing, you see. So one thing that I always tell my dad is, you know, we are all not the same. So take it easy on my other, because if you don't take it, at the end of the day, they will see me as the target, you see. So it all boils down from parenting. Yeah. How we are able to know that we are not the same. Some are able to pick it faster than the others. So these are some of the issues we had. My sister, like, she's really the direct opposite of me. So we had certain issues, but later she understood it from the angle that this is me and this is her. And we can all not be the same. Yes.
Still on parenting, because it's parents that groom girls, rear girls to become who they are supposed to be in society. Miriam, how does a parent make sure that siblings understand that they are blood related, they should love on each other, accept each other's strengths and each other's weaknesses as well?
Right. So parents in themselves must model positive behaviors.
Good.
So how parents even relate with each other in the house. Especially when there's conflict. How do you and your husband or you and your wife handle conflict in the house? That's the first step. And then with the children, you have to make sure everyone is loved equally. Now, sometimes you can't help it. There will be favorites.
My mother adored me.
Exactly.
My mom, she loved me.
Yes, but you don't have to make it so obvious. Even in the absence of other children, when you are just left with the favorite one, you don't have to make it so obvious in such a way that they can throw it in the face of their other siblings. And then have a fair treatment for everyone. Yeah. Understand each child, their unique set of abilities, and deal with them on that level. So this lady in her story did say that she was the messy one.
She was called the black sheep. She was
called the black sheep.
And she didn't think she was a black sheep. She was called the black sheep.
Exactly. So, and I think also when we use the word black sheep loosely in the families, almost if you be a man, right? But black sheep doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. They have probably different abilities, and so make sure you are catering to that. As they are growing, whatever you know your children to be, as they are growing, there are going to be new emerging competencies. So they probably started off liking sports, but as they are growing, that changed.
They may change.
Change it and cater it to them. You don't expect them to all like the same things. You don't expect them all to toe the line that you want them to toe. So that's how parents can help to foster, and then teach them how to, let them understand it's okay to disagree on things. It's okay to fight over little things, but the point is how you fix the problem.
On Confessions, we educate, we teach. We need to let parents know how to go about things. For instance, my big sister and I were less than 2 years apart in age, and she is an introvert, a warm introvert. If she has to speak with you, she will smile and speak to you, but she doesn't come out all bubbly and lively. I, on the other hand, I am an extrovert, and I'm also able to be very introverted when I need to be. I'm able to keep quiet. So with the loudness of my career, when you come to my home, it's very quiet. I don't have friends coming to my house and chaos in my home. No, I need my quiet. And you know how you growing up, one is a little bit loud, the other is quiet, and people tend to think that quiet people are better than loud ones. You are the mental health and psychologist trainee. Please brief us on that. Is it necessarily that a quiet person, an introvert, is always a better person than an extrovert?
No, it's not always the case. If anything at all, with my experience, the people I have encountered, the very quiet ones are quite devious.
Okay.
You know, they always have something, they're always scheming, you know, and I think it's also a way for them to protect themselves. So the loud ones are more free-minded, they just take life as it comes. And so it doesn't necessarily, but it could, that's the thing, you can't really say specifically, you can't envelope a person with a particular feature or a characteristic, but the most important thing, like I said initially, is knowing a child, knowing how they behave, and then catering to their unique characters. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to use the same standard for every child, it's a huge mistake.
Yeah. I think my mother did an awesome job, God bless her. So I was always the one that she threw parties for. My sister didn't care, she couldn't be bothered, she was happy that I was having a party. She never wanted to have a party. Yeah. Even at her old age, she still doesn't want parties. Yeah. If I have a party, she's always happy for me. So parents should understand their children and know how to groom every one of them. At what point would you want to take your sister's opportunity? And taking of siblings' opportunities, we've seen it in education, scholarship like this confession has. We've seen it in relationships. In fact, even marriages. There are little sisters and older. We had a confession here on the show where the older sibling said her little sister's children were more beautiful because her husband was handsome. So she went to sleep with him so that they would have similar children. Dealing with that.
Right. So it all starts from, you know, insecurities. When you are not secure about what you have, who you are not sure of yourself, then you begin to doubt yourself. So the first thing is insecurity. Then the next thing is, how do I just hope and prove myself? So you pick up things that do not belong to you, and you want to prove a point. People actually go borrowing cars to prove a point. People date men just for a second to prove a point, because they want to belong, they want to be accepted, but in a pretense manner. So when these things, all these episodes are playing, then the person it starts from being greedy. So you are jealous of the person. Why is it only Lydia and not me? Even in the work environment, there are good things about recognitions, but there are also bad things about recognition. Always being the best worker. Then others will recoil, and then let's give it to her to do. Then you are always overwhelmed. So it starts from that angle, and then you want to prove a point because you are insecure, you don't know yourself, you don't know your worth, and then you want to prove a point to everybody. So this time around, I also had it. Let them celebrate me. So she took it from her sister at a point for the family to also know that she can also do something.
She has also done something that deserves recognition and appraisal.
Exactly. And then she's also recognized. Right, so these family labels is not really helpful. Mercy, she is the Messiah of the family. You are messy, always not doing the things right. You are stubborn, using such words on your children. And then if the person is not confident in him or herself, it kills them. And at a point, if they don't get good influence, then they start doing things that they are not supposed to do. So not knowing yourself, not being able to identify your unique selling proposition, what makes you stand out. Like, I love what you said. You have a nose that you breathe more than everyone. It is not literally the truth, but you know yourself.
I know that my nose is big, and I say kind things to myself so that I can enjoy my nose. Otherwise, they say, who knows tomorrow?
Yes. Someone will even come and say it to your face. So, but because you have identified yourself and you know your abilities, you don't care. You are telling, I have the nicest, and I mean, I can brief. So when we are able to influence people in the positive manner, it helps. The mindset is everything. So the more you say it to the person, you are stubborn, you are very stubborn, you are messy, there's nothing good out of you, you're always making, then as the words are coming, words are powerful, words are life, then the person begin to curl up and then finding ways of how can I be accepted? Because you always live with people, you always be with people, you always work with people in the family, one or two, you always meet people. So you want to also be accepted. So that is what actually pushed her to do that, though it is right. But I feel she was very insecure and she wanted to prove a point.
In your parenting style, how are you making your children feel? Are you building confidence in them? Are you building on healthy competition amongst them? Are you loving on them such as they need to be loved individually? Tonight, do a critical assessment of your parenting. And if your children are around, take the opportunity and ask them, how do I make you feel? This is Confessions on TV3. We'll be right back. You are welcome back to Confessions on TV3. Tonight, it's sisterly rivalry, and I am having this convo with Lydia Kwesineje and Miriam Dako in all of their capacities. We love having you here. Hey, tonight, MTN will be happy, you know. I mean, yellow, guys, everywhere you go. MTN.
Everywhere you go.
All right, let's have you, MTN, Mama.
Thank you, Miss Nancy. Tonight, this is a heartbreaking confession, one that is rooted in insecurity, envy, and a desperate desire to be seen. But it also reveals a deep sense of guilt, which means there is still a chance for repentance or a chance for change. I think as my beautiful mummies are talking about parenting and all that, I think parents should also really work hard with how they treat all their children.
So you do have a sister, don't you?
Yes, please. I
Wonderful.
do.
So your sister, what do you think is her unique strength?
I would say she's more intelligent than me.
Academically?
Yes,
And what do you
academically.
also have?
Miss Nancy, I think I have the confidence and boldness more than she does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see that between the two of you, everyone has something over the other. And so
Yes.
there is no need for us as siblings to be envious or jealous of each other. Is there?
Exactly, yes.
Good one. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, pass it on to MTN. Michael Jackson.
Good evening, Miss Nancy.
Hi.
Yes, so I wanted to ask a question. In my perspective, I think this lady is a little bit safe because what if it happened that the person that she entrusted her details to secure this job was a friend, like an outsider? Here is the case. This person is still a blood and a family. So I wanted to ask that, is it a possible way for the sister to turn things back? I mean, like to go back to the company where she's faking to be the real person. I wonder if I can use
It's a
imposter.
school. Yeah, it's a
school,
scholarship, yes.
If she can go back there to tell the truth so that maybe this person who is hurt now can come back to retain what she has lost. That's what I wanted to ask. And also I wanted to, a follow-up question is that, how do we know that people who are closer to us, especially like sister, brother, how sure can you be that I can trust this person fully? What are some of the things we should look out for before entrusting a password, like mobile phone password, email accounts, and all those stuff to them? Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Yes, Miriam.
I personally wouldn't advise that there's a reason why certain things are personal, like your passwords, your PIN numbers, and whatnot. Because we have people who have been imprisoned or criminalized for things they have no idea about. And at any point in time, people can actually have different mindsets. So you cannot absolutely trust a human being. And betrayal isn't sweet because it's from your family. Betrayal is simply betrayal. There's a part of our brain that actually goes through the same type of pain women go through when they are in labor, when you are either heartbroken or betrayed by anyone. So it doesn't make it any better.
I think he was trying to say that whatever goodness came out of it still stays in the family.
It's still betrayal anyways, So the pain is still there. And also it would affect her mentally. It doesn't, even if she goes to the same school, the fact that she knew what she had gone through with her sister, and her sister having been in that same system wouldn't even help her. So it would be best to channel it. You already had the abilities to start this. Yeah. You can always go back and
try
start again.
And I think that the same energy with which she changed, she could apply for something better for her sister and use it to appease her. I think it would do a lot of good, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Girls and jealousy. I hardly hear of men. I don't know. Men can be, when they are jealous, it's a death thing. I mean, they will kill you. There is no minor jealousy like with girls. Ours could be off and on. It could be insignificant. It could be minor. And we will live with it the whole of our lives. But when men get wild like that, they take you off. What is it? Is it our genetics? Is there something in our blood or brain that makes us jealous?
Of course, biologically, women are wired differently than men. The kind of hormones we have running through us are totally different. So the levels with which we will take certain things, men won't until maybe they get to a breaking point. So obviously there's that explanation there. And then there are things also socially that affect both men and women separately. For men, ego is a thing for them. So once you cross them to a point where their ego is bruised, or how they feel emasculated, then they can do anything. For women, we know how we are, you know, and so I personally, I don't really care much about stuff, and so, but I've experienced it in different ways. I can ignore it, and I think it's important that we ignore, because as time goes on, you meet women who are prettier than you, more successful than you. Are you going to continue to have these negative feelings all the time? And it is established also that continuously having this kind of unnecessary feelings to those levels where it's jealousy or envy can actually bring you harm in terms of getting illnesses like even cancer and autoimmune diseases.
So the ones that are having the negative feelings like jealousy, envy, they can actually be sick on behalf of us.
Yes.
Please continue being jealous of me. Get your cancers, get your ulcers, and please don't heal. Keep being envious and jealous. If it's going to kill you, why not, right? That is a very good one. So this is to have you know that those negative feelings you are harboring on behalf of your family and friends is actually the one that's going to kill you. Wow.
Even such as even digesting food will be a problem.
Your metabolism becomes...
It changes just because you are constantly, your system is never at rest. You are always at war with yourself. You get that. Meanwhile, the person on free.
How do we look at ourselves in appreciation? That we find value in ourselves and gratitude in the lives we have, that we can ignore others, whether it's good or bad. How do we focus on ourselves and our lives so that we can ignore others and be well? Because as it is now, envy and jealousy can even give you cancer. So,
yeah. So Miss Nancy, self-reflection is very important for every human being at a point in your life. You can actually, as I sit here, I have to do it because, you know, we have people coming in each and every day, and someone may actually come to and take your seat. But if you reflect and then you are able to know that at this point, I need this person. Even the person coming on board have something I don't have. And so instead of comparing myself to this individual, why don't I learn from the person? So comparison is not 100% bad, depending on the angle you are going from. If it is about learning from the person as a mentor, mentee, being a volunteer, understanding where the person is coming from and learning from that individual, it adds to you. It makes you a better version of yourself. So self-reflection is very important for every individual at a point in your life. You just have to pause and then assess yourself. It can be your skills, it can be your values, it can be where you want to be, your vision, where you are going, the path you are towing. You have to do that. Now, identifying your unique selling propositions and something that you have that nobody has. You have to know it. It adds value. It adds a bit of confidence to who you are. As I sit here, I know that I can smile very effortless. I don't need anyone to
smile and let me see.
Aww. And it's very infectious.
It is.
Yeah, so it's something I know. So people come to my office and they feel they smile alone. If I can help them with their situations, just giving them that smile and comfort,
warm face.
It's okay. So people just say it every day to my face. My first boyfriend actually saved my name Smile because of how the way I actually smile to him and how he sees me. So you have something unique. This is unique to you. Even twins don't have the same fingerprint.
No.
So you have something unique. Identify that. If you're able to identify this unique thing that you have, build upon it. When people are actually saying, I have this, be confident about what you have, that this is me. And when you're able to identify that, it also helps you know whether you want to throw that part in terms of your career. If you want to do something with it, maybe you are able to read. And when you read, everybody's asking, who is that reading? That is you. You can actually work on that and become a better version of yourself. So we have to reflect on ourselves. We have to also know what sets us apart, what makes us unique, and build upon that, and it helps us a lot.
I do not know which world we're living in, Mariam, that makes people that trend, people that are popular, some feel they are better than other people. As I sit here, I think I'm a great presenter. I'm good at what I do. I also know I have a friend, Augustina. She works with CBG. She's a great lawyer, brilliant young lady. I mean, she's committed. She gets the work done. My other friend is a doctor at UGMC. The last time I got sick, the test that this woman made me, I didn't even know those tests existed. And she says, I want to explore everything and know that my best friend is healthy. They are all stars in their own right. Exactly. You don't need to be on TV. Everybody doesn't have to see you every day to feel valued. How do we fix that one, Miriam?
Yes, so it all goes back to what she was saying. Every individual is unique. Knowing what you are good at and putting your energy in that area.
How do your colleagues who are not on Confessions today feel they have knowledge and they are still impacting lives? And not just assume that because you are on TV, you are probably doing better than them with your career.
Funny enough, before, like you said, I'm a psychologist training. What actually started was after marriage, I decided to dedicate time to family. Then 3 years ago on Women's Day, I belong to a group of women. We are about 4 or 5, and we decided to go for breakfast. And the conversation that came up was, one had just finished her PhD. The other one was now pursuing it. And I'm like...
Just being for girls.
Exactly. And I was the only one at the time. I was still stuck with my degree, just my bachelor's degree. And I'm like, guys, I think it's time. And that was how it started. So I didn't let what they were doing or what they had going on impact me. It had rather catapulted me, and I'm doing well. And they appreciate where I'm at. When they saw last time I came on the show, everybody was excited.
They were all calling you, oh my God, oh my God.
And the point is, celebrate your friends genuinely.
Genuinely.
And then they would also celebrate you. And life naturally will take out, excuse me to use the trash when you are evolving. So sometimes you can't help it. Jealous people will always be around, but when you continue to keep the positive spirits, it just happens naturally.
It works. It works. This is Confessions on TV3. Please do not go away. When we come back, more conversation. We are back to Confessions tonight with Miriam and Lydia. Girls, you know how some people look at you? I would always use TV because that's what I do. When I used to do radio, and they just want to be like you. And they are obsessed with being like you. And sometimes, without analyzing what they actually have and what they actually could become all by themselves. A lot of people have found themselves in careers, in professions that they do not have passion for, but because they wanted to be like somebody. Does that also affect the lives of people?
So the point of life in general is fulfillment.
Yes.
Everything you do has to bring you fulfillment. In terms of marriage, in terms of career, in terms of family, anything that you do has to bring you fulfillment. And so whatever you do, everything should point towards, am I happy? Does this make me happy? And it shouldn't be to the detriment of others. That's the most important thing. Whilst you are happy, you are not putting others in harm's way. And so that's basically what life is. And also in our setting, it's important to understand that every geographical area has what happiness means.
Okay.
Sometimes when you go to Europe, someone's happy living is just being able to eat, go to bed, and that is it.
And that's it.
When you come to Ghana, we know what it is. Families want to see that you are doing so well, you are driving the big cars. I actually saw in Ghana, we use Prado for the big men.
Yeah.
In Holland, I saw it on a farm. It was being used to move cows. You get that? So it means different things to different people. You cannot use someone else's life to match what you want. It has to be unique to you, basically. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yes, how does we finding ourselves in different careers? This young lady didn't intend to study whatever her sister applied for, but she put herself there to have what her sister has. How is it going to affect her career, and her mental health?
So the fact that you are successful in your career doesn't mean you are fulfilled. And that is what we have to actually know.
Say that again.
The fact that you are successful in your career doesn't mean you are fulfilled. I have met lots of people who are successful in their career, but they come and say, Lydia, I'm not happy. Lydia, I'm not happy. Sometimes the path or the process you got there is not right. Check it. The motives is not right. The mindset is not right. And so today you are there and you can't even sleep. You are living in fears. And it is dawning on you. So don't actually think that someone is successful. For him or her, the person is living in fears. The person always have to praying and hoping that things become better. I met someone who had been working 10 years in a bank. And the person came and said, Madam Lydia, I want to transition. I said, why? You are good. He said, no. I want to transition. I'm not that type. I'm not fitting in. But I said, you've been doing this for more than 10 years. So we have to actually have a conversation. And then I realized that she's good in administrative, something that she has to meet people, PR and those things. She's really good. She has a very good voice, a unique voice. So we actually help her, and today she's really doing marvelous. She's moderating most of the programs on air, and she's good and she's happy. So people are, you see them driving their cars, you see them everything, but they know they are not fulfilled.
They are not fulfilled.
So that is just for the basis. I want also to speak about the fact that this lady has gotten the scholarship, but he or she is studying something that is not her path.
Her interest.
It is not her interest.
No
and
passion
so
for
at
it.
the end of the day,
That would be a struggle, huh?
Yes, the struggle. She will struggle through the process. She will struggle through. I've seen, even, we know we have stories, even biblical stories and other stories. You swap someone's baby, and at the end of the day, what do you get? You know, what happened to Joseph? It's about parenting and bringing someone out and giving him a coat of many colors. At the end of the day, see the struggle he has to go through. So he or she will struggle through the process. Yes. And at the end of the day, when even you are giving the machine to start work, what are you going to do? This is not you. So he has to actually come to that realization and discover himself or herself, know who she is, and from the point of view, apologize and start from him. One thing that can help her is that if I ask her the question, close your eyes. Imagine you are the only one in the world. You don't have anyone. And we bring to you a lot of career opportunities. Which one do you think?
Would you still choose?
Will you choose? And that is the starting point of the conversation. So I think that the person will really struggle through life. The person will live in a lot of anxieties, affecting his or her mind. I mean,
especially thinking that someone is doing to you what you did to someone
Exactly.
before. How do you let go of that, I mean, constant feeling that someone is... So when you have colleagues that are protective and overly ambitious...
So you see, when you come and you are elevating, someone will walk to you and say, tell me, what did you do? Someone actually said, have I bewitched my director? I said, really? I don't have a witch. I am not a witch.
You should be one, darling. These days, apparently, witchcraft is very good.
I said, I have the Holy Spirit. That's my witch. That's what I told the person. But the thing is that because they didn't get there the right way, when they see you there, they think that you have done something. You also did the same.
I think the most powerful jazz, the most powerful juju, the most powerful manipulation anybody can ever have is to walk in their true purpose and divine destiny. When you are walking like that, nothing sways you, and you go on and on and on. Look critically at yourself as you're watching Confessions tonight. Ask yourself, yes, I have a career. I may even be successful, but am I fulfilled? That's the conversation, the question for you. We'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, guys, you've been here listening to us. Is there anyone with something to say?
Yes, Miss Nancy. To add up to what my sister was saying, Miss Nancy, it is not about how to get to the top. It's about how to sustain. Sustainability is very important. If you don't have the capacity, you fall.
Yes.
So if you're not destined or worked or follow due process for some certain level in life, you cannot handle it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's a good one. Yes. Gentlemen?
Miss Nancy, please, what criteria can one follow to identify his or her potential? Yeah.
Yes.
The first thing you have to do is to actually, for me, it's my values. My values count in everything. So if you are here and you don't know what is the most treasured thing for you, it actually feels the kind of job or whatever offer or association you even belong. So if you value integrity, and then somebody is coming with something devious, you know that is not you, you don't belong there. So you wouldn't even accept it. So have a value for yourself. Every organization have core values, something that they hold dear to their, so you have to know your values, it guides you. Then your passion, what you are passionate about. So if you like singing, if you like talking, you have to look at that. And then your interest, okay, it's building your interest. It's building your interest. And then it helps you become clear with what you should accept and the path you should take. And then, I mean, you're okay. The clarity is very important.
That's a good one.
Briefly add to that, there's always what every individual wants to achieve in life, and then there's where you're at in life. And then there's the potential that you have, but you're not really using it. You have to be able to find where both of them meet and then exploit that potential to be able to get to the level you want to get to. So, and in all of that, integrity and values should be your guiding lights. Otherwise, anything that comes your way, you fall for it.
Yes. Integrity and values very important. So, in wrapping up this conversation, let's ask my ladies what we can do to help this young woman. How does she go to her sister and tell her this and that is what I did? Or should she wait for her sister to come to her? Again, how does she make it up to her sister?
Yes, so she should actually go. Her time is up, whether she likes it or not. Karma is here for her. So she should actually go and, ask for forgiveness. Confess and then ask for forgiveness. See, that is the first point.
Okay.
And then after that, she knows that this one, it's a sin that can never be erased.
Yes.
So she can be forgiven but not forgotten.
Yeah.
Right. So she can do her part by doing the confession. And when she's done, she should give up everything and make amends, correct them, and be part of the process. It is different saying that I'm sorry and your actions. So her actions should also prove to the fact that she's sorry, and then start from there.
Thank you very much. Miriam?
So in my capacity, I can't advise her, but what I can say is that she needs to do an introspection of who she is, because if she's able to do this, it means she can do anything ahead of the career. As time goes on, does that mean she's going to be cutting people off, cutting people down for her to get ahead? So she really needs to do an introspection, work on herself, build her confidence, and then, polish her skills so that she doesn't really have to do all these things just to get ahead in life.
There is something that dropped within me as we were speaking, that most of the time in Ghanaian parenting, academic excellence means success to most parents. And children that are not doing the A's and the B's and probably the C's and are in between there, and those at the end, almost, from teachers to siblings to parents, we make them feel terrible about themselves, and they feel that there is nothing good that can come out of them. You are a career coach. What do you tell such parents and also to those children?
Okay, so dear parents, dear Ghanaians, we are where we are today because of this dilemma. We put academic excellence as everything. And so we are not able to help those who have their gifts, their, crafts to excel.
Skills beyond.
Excel. So people are, those who are into skills, painting, people can be good painters, and the salary they take or the amount they take for just one project can actually construct the whole road for a neighborhood. So why won't we allow children to be themselves and help them, go through their path? So parents, we have to be careful.
Imagine if Daddy Lumba's parents insisted that he went to school to study.
We have that.
Imagine if this great man, this legend, his parents insisted that go to KNUST, go to Legon, go to UCC and have a degree by all means. And after that, he feels that I spent 4 years in the classroom, it should amount to something. I cannot end up as a musician. Miriam.
Yeah. So science over the years, luckily we are experiencing, we are getting to know that there are so many neurological minds, and so not every mind is the same. The most important thing is finding what your child is good at. And now there are special schools, and special schools, people look at special schools as if it's something demeaning.
Negative.
Because I recently had to take time to convince a parent that your child has special needs, your child has unique ability. He cannot be in the same class with everybody else, because when we put him on a test, we realize his mind is in a totally different realm.
Place.
Yes, so just find people who can help you to unearth your child's abilities, and then they can put him in special classes or courses that would rather benefit them in future. We all can be the same.
This is Confessions, and here we give you information that makes your lives better. I'll wrap up this show by telling you parents that yes, academic excellence is good. What it means is that your child has a retentive memory. Whatever they consume in school, they are able to rewrite it and give it back. But children that are creatives, they want to think beyond what they've been told. They want to think beyond what they have read. They want to create things from their own realm and from their own imagination. And they are difficult to work with, but they are the ones that make discoveries. They do experiments that brings better lives to the whole of this world. If you took nothing out of this conversation today, know that academic excellence is good, but TVET is also there for those who have great hand skills, and your child could be one. Do not stand in the way of their destinies. Thank you. Confessions is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go.